While working with Alpine.js, you may have noticed a flickering effect sometimes, and now I am going to explain why that may happen. So for example, we got a div here which is a Alpine component. It has a variable named show and the value is true now, and this div is containing all the paragraph tags in here. There are lots of text, and the xShow got a value of this show, so it is going to be dependent on the value of it. So if we make it false, this is going to be hidden. Now in the browser, the HTML get loaded fast, so all the paragraph tag and the text here is going to be loaded on the browser when the first time we are going to load it. Then the JavaScript, in this case Alpine.js, will take a little bit time, like a few milliseconds to load. So initially all the HTML is going to be loaded, that's why all the text here will be visible. Then the Alpine will load, and after loading it is going to realize that it is going to be hidden. So the Alpine will add a display none property with that div. But before loading the Alpine, it doesn't have the display none. That's why this is going to be visible, but when the Alpine finish loading, it is going to add it and it is going to be hidden. So let's make it false, and if we save it and if we reload, we are not going to see any difference in here because the Chrome has already cached in the changes, like they already know what to expect. But if we open this with a new browser for a first time, and let's see the flickering effect. I'm just going to open it with a Firefox Developer Edition, and we can see the text for a brief of time, then it goes hidden. Now if we reload it, we can see the flicker again, but now okay, again we can see it. It is a lot faster compared to the first time because the browser get cached in, like they have residual memories of what to expect or what is in the web page. So if we visit a single web page or any type of website for the first time, it takes a little bit time to load, but for the second time if you go to the same web page, it actually lot faster than the first time. Okay, so now let's talk about the problem. So in order to remove this flickering effect, what we can do is we can use CSS. Alpine got a cloak directive for it. Like in here, this is the false, so initially when the web page loads, we want to get it hidden. Then if we click a button or something like that, it is going to show up. Let's say you got a tab, and when you click on certain buttons, the certain portions will show up. So in that case, for the primary button you may show the contact on load, but for the rest you may want the content to be hidden initially. So in this type of cases, we are going to use the cloak. So to use cloak, we just need to put the cloak in here, the component or HTML element you want to be hidden. But this is not enough, because when the flickering effect is showing, the Alpine hasn't loaded yet. So we are going to use CSS to make it hidden. So let's use a style tag here and use the cloak. So we are going to make this cloak display none, and in order to do that, we need to use the third bracket cloak, and this is a simple CSS property, display will be none. Let's save. So now as we have already added the cloak, let's open this up by using Microsoft Edge for the first time, so they don't have any cached memory or anything. So this is it, and if we refresh it, we are not seeing any flickering effects. Okay, so this is for this video, and see you in the next one.